Namaskar, dear devotees and friends. This Wednesday evening, we'll be discussing about a very important, the instruction of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. You have come to eat mango and be happy. That's a very nice way he said the purpose of our life. Now, let us begin with this stotra. तवो कथामृतं तप्तजीवनं कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहं श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदाततं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः. We were reading from the page, English page 901, from that English, and the Bengali 976. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, "Oh, how vanity turns a person's head." The question is that God realization. Now, if we like to be happy and successful in the worldly life, sometimes this is necessary. Most of the people who are so-called successful, we can say, in business, in administration, and all that, in politics, they have to have that type of thing, otherwise they won't be move forward, and people won't accept them too. So that is a different thing. And they tell lies, they cheat people because they have to reach to a goal, but that is not our goal. When we have opened the book Gospel of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna and we are trying to get the instructions or advices, that means we like to be spiritual. And what is the spirituality? To know ourselves. Why? What we are going to do after knowing ourselves? We are going to be eternally happy. So that is the ultimate thing. So when it is this, so Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he is indicating that the vanity, ahamkara, that is a dangerous thing for this life, spiritual life. Otherwise, he is not mentioning any other thing. That just before that, he was talking about the Kali Krishna Tagore and all that. Now that this vanity, he is continuing in that way. And there was a woman in a temple garden at Dakshinesha, and her pride, and all because of a few jewelries. One day, a few men were passing her on the path, and he shouted to them, "Hey, get out of the way, you people." If a scavenger woman could talk that way, what can one say about the vanity of others? As because that scavenger lady was having some ornaments, some jewelries, and she became so proud that I am having so much of jewelries, and a group of people just they were passing by that way. They had nothing to do with her. As they didn't notice that she is wearing all those jewelries, so she became angry and she shouted at them. Noticing that and quoting that particular incident, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he wants to draw our attention to look at it. The uneducated and the way he lives also a very low thing, very, very ordinary thing. Just because some golden jewelries are there and she is thinking she is somebody. So that is a real example how the vanity, the ego, that functions. Shyam, the one gentleman, he said, if God alone does everything, how is it that man is punished for his sin? And Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna didn't like this. He wanted to tell something. Now, instead of understanding that particular point, this gentleman again bringing the same, so many times, those who are continuing this study, you know, so many times almost the same question were asked by so many people. So Sri Ramakrishna said, "How like a goldsmith you talk?" And when he said that, our Narendranath, the Swami Vivekananda, so he was there. Now he is explaining. The young man, say 17, 18 years old, you can imagine, the still teenage that was there. So when Sri Ramakrishna said, why you are talking like a goldsmith, then Narendranath is explaining. In other words, Sham Babu has a calculating mind like a goldsmith who weighs things with his delicate balance. People understood that, but still, these are the young minds, they think that it should be explained, other people are not understanding why the goldsmith. Of course, it is one way better. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is not criticizing the profession, no. But he is criticizing that some people, they always calculate in such a way as if this is this and that will be there, like that. That Sri Ramakrishna didn't like. So he mentioned that, the gold is so costly. Suppose you have gone to purchase some potatoes, one or two extra potato, even the person who is selling, he will give it. Take it. But if you go to purchase gold, the goldsmith will never can give in that way. Oh, it is a little extra, you can take it. No, because this is very, very costly. So if you are calculating in that way in the question of your spiritual life, if God is doing it, why I should be blamed? Why not God should be blamed? All responsibility is God's. So that calculation, so Sri Ramakrishna said in that way, how like a goldsmith you talk. And then Sri Ramakrishna said, I say, oh my foolish boy, eat the mangoes and be happy. What is the use of your calculating how many hundreds of trees, how many thousands of branches, and how many millions of leaves there are in the orchard? You have come to the orchard to eat mangoes, eat them and be contented. So this is a great teaching. The majority of us, we spend our energy unnecessarily for many other things which are not concerned to us, for many other things. When we are concentrating on God realization, if we fully concentrate on God realization, it becomes easy for us. Friends, we have to remember, those who are really sincere, those who are just curious about the religious life, it is okay for them. They are listening these and also mingling with others, it's okay. And those who are not at all interested in spiritual life, this mundane life is sufficient for them. Suffering is there, tension is there, little bit of joy is there, it's okay. This is for those who are really sincere. Those who are sincere, for them only, every word of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is meant for them, those who are really, really sincere. Now, I have some work. Apart from that, I want to put my nose into somebody else's work, or somebody is doing something. But I think, why should he do? I should also do. Suppose you don't, then you get an opportunity to utilize that time by taking the name of God. Any work, obviously, at that very moment when you are active, you cannot meditate on God, remember, it's very difficult. Karma yoga, we always talk about, and Bhishma did, sometimes we quote it from Bhagavad. But it is not for all, including Arjuna could not do, a man like him. Because when we are doing some work, our mind focus on that, we forget God. But suppose somebody else is doing my work, and I am so happy because I am getting the time. But no. Why? Because my mind likes to be engaged in something. And I think, oh, look at it, I am so busy, I am not getting the time to take the name of God, and it's not. You don't want to do that. And that is the reason people are, in any organization you will find, there's some people, they are very and a critic about those who are the helms of the affair and taking care of the things. So what is that to you? We have not come to do this. I was a professor in the outside world. I retired from there. I gave up that job and I became a brahmachari, a monastic in a religious order. Then I found that these people are also running the educational institution and they are also having the principals and the teachers. Now I started complaining why they should not give the job to me. Why you have left that? You forget that. This is very peculiar. I have left that. I could be there as a professor. But now here, as because others are giving the talk and writing books, meeting the people, and I am thinking why I should not get that opportunity. I should also talk to people. I should also give them all instructions. I can also do this. I should be the principal. I've seen in my life, Ramakrishna Mission Organization is a huge organization, you know, and we have, as because Swami Vivekananda instructed that through Karma Yoga you should practice your spirituality. So there are a lot, very varieties of works are there. So like the hospitals are there, schools are there, colleges are there. And suppose you have given a humble job, and then I have seen some people, they're going on grudging. I am not getting the opportunity to talk to people. And suppose you give a talk to the people. Now, every Wednesday I am reading this gospel. How many people are getting God realization through this? I myself is not getting, you are also not getting, it is just we are reading. But these, some people goes, oh, I don't get this opportunity, why you should get? Instead, that is the opportunity. I heard it from one of our great Swami who afterwards became the president. He said, as because you are here in Belur Math, I was just joined that order, and I tried to join in a hilly station in Cherrapunji, but somehow they thought that it's not a good place for me, I should be utilized somewhere else. So they brought me to the headquarters, Belur Math. I never knew how long I will be there and what type of duty I have to perform. I met the Swami and he said that they are not going to keep you here for a long time. They will give you some other responsibility. You won't get time that time. So now, when you are completely free, 24 hours, you should take the name of God, pray to God, meditate on God, develop the spiritual life in this way, whatever time you get. So that is spiritual instruction. Oh, I get the great opportunity. Go and take it deep in the Ganga, the holy Ganga, just by the side of that. Then the temples, the holy places. And Swami Vivekananda himself placed the urn of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna and go and sit over there. This is just heaven. So try to develop that and make a routine in such a way that except some time resting and taking food, you are completely engaged in study and meditation, japa, and remembering God. That is called tapasya. That purifies the mind. That's why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, suppose you like to have a calculation of this world. He said, eat the mangoes and be happy. What is the goal? Happiness. All of us, we like to be happy. And to be happy, we think that if we go and mix with the people and if they are very prominent people, oh, I know them, I can just talk to them over phone, I go and give the talk over there. That is the worldly happiness. It will continue. After you, somebody else will come again. So many great speakers came. Now they have come, some other people have come, and they will go, some other people will come. It goes on like that. But if we can take the the thing in all the duties that have been given to us, all the responsibilities as a worship, then it is okay. Or otherwise, we will suffer because time will be wasted and we will be away from God. So you have come to eat mango and be happy. Friends, I will quote from the Bhagavad, the first skanda, 12th and the 10th the Adhyaya chapter and 24th verse. I am not quoting the whole verse, just one line of that. Eka Ishvara. Now, try to understand the complicacy. Eka Ishvara, Atma Leelaya, Jagat, Srijati, Abati, Atti, na Sajjati. Now, one God, Supreme God, one absolute being, Atma Leelaya, just to be happy. He thought I like to be happy. But okay, let me divide myself and play in this way. So what he did, Jagat Srijati, Jagat, this universe, right from the all these celestial bodies and so many varieties of things unthinkable. And the underwater world, my God, so many varieties of beings are there, lives are there. And on the forest, and in the earth, and human being, so many types of people are there. So this is called Jagat, Sri Jati. Who created? That same God. From where? From himself. He just wished that I should be like this, I should be like this. It became like that. Abati, then he is sustaining and enjoying himself. He himself is playing in that way, and ati, then it dissolves. I'm tired of all this. Then he will take it back. He'll go for rest. So the Vishnu goes, Lord Vishnu, he goes to take the rest. It's called Yoga Nidra. He will be again merging into himself. But nasajjati. So many things are going on, happening, but the Lord is not associated with it. He has created. He is playing all this. Then he is dissolving, taking it back. But he is not affected. We are affected. Why? The power of God is not disturbing or binding God himself. It is he who has created this. He is not bound by that. So this is the way we have to think. So you can understand how complicated it is. Who am I? God himself. What I am doing? I am cheating people, telling lies, and doing some bad. Then why I am doing it? I don't know. But my nature provokes me, forces me to do that. That's why when the Lord Arjuna and the Bhagavan Krishna, he said to Arjuna, you cannot sit quiet. Arjuna said, no, 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 no. This war is not necessary. I'll be all giving up. Let them rule the... Apparently, one lady commented, a long back I was reading, he commented, oh, instead of Krishna, had Buddha been there in the Kurukshetra, then there would not have been any war. It was meant for that. Why Buddha will be there unnecessarily? So now Krishna, this is the whole thing. We are thinking if Buddha was there, Buddha was a preacher of peace, Buddha could stop it. It's nothing like that. This is the happiness, joy of now thousands of people are dead. Who are the people? Himself, the God himself. He has created it. And he is killing them. And then a group of people, he is also protecting them. This is his Leela, friends. And now, if this complication is there in the world, and if we try to solve the problem, do you think it is possible? No, because it's all in the mind of the God. And what he is thinking, how will be doing, we do not know. Now, sometimes when we see some movie and then some the people, they are going to, something has happened, some death and all that, murder, then the police officer comes and he is now trying to solve the problem, what happened, and there is no evidences, all people, like this is going on. So we are all excited. Who is actually the culprit? 4 or 5 people are there, one of them must have done it, but we cannot. We are all very excited. But the one who has written that play, he knew it from the beginning. And he is making it in such a way so that we get all excited. Otherwise, why people will go to watch that movie or read that book? It is the creator. So creator is creating 5 characters. And out of 5, one killing another. Now why he is killing? Oh, that is so bad. Buddha should be there. Why Buddha there? So obviously we have to understand it is the playwriter. He is writing and then he is creating, and then it is he created 2 people and then one is killing another. Third person is coming and then he is trying to find out, solving the problem, and we are solved. After that, oh yeah, we never could think that this fellow will be the culprit. He was apparently so good and humble. Isn't it? After when we are coming out of the movie hall, the cinema hall, we never could think and all that like that. A lot of popcorn in the meantime we have, because of the excitement, a lot of popcorn we have taken, maybe 1 or 2 cups of coffee, and then we come out tired and now we are happy that all these things have been solved. Who created it? The writer. Here the writer is the God. And what he has created, this universe, is so complicated. We may not believe it because we cannot think of it. Me and my enemy, both are gods. Yes, both are gods. God has created in this way, it is going on. Now, that is why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, you won't be able to solve this complicated problem. Who has created this star? Who are these things, that thing? Life will be spent, but you won't be able to solve it. So what you need? You need happiness. And how you can be happy? Withdrawing the mind from the sense objects and contained it, calm into that. Oh, I have got the opportunity to be all alone. Let me read some books. Then I just call some friends, say hello, hi, and all this thing. Is it that has happened? Or I'm so sorry, or I am so happy, that much. Then no problem for you. Your days are passing in a wonderful way, and as because slowly, you are away from the vortex of this life, and then you are purifying your mind. What will happen? The happiness that the people are going on searching all around, you will get that. We have many times we quoted the very famous the poem and the song of Rabindranath. He is mentioning, "O Lord, you are hidden within my mind, in the self. Lo, I was going on searching you all over the world, everywhere. Bahir pane chok milechi, bhitar pane chaini." Oh, I never could think that you were here within me. And I was going everywhere. Hundreds of miles I have traveled to see you when you are within me. We like to see God? Only you have to close your eyes. Kaschidhira prattak atmanam aikshat abritta chakshu. They closed their eyes. So they saw that Atma, the eternal self, the source of happiness within themselves. It is within, inside. So we are searching. So when people are going on calculating why God has created this way, then if the God is doing everything, I should not be blamed. Of course. Many times people ask this question, of course. But if you truly believe that I am not doing anything, even if you kill people, no sin will incur. Yes, truly. Like a child, like a baby on the lap of the mother, whatever he is doing or she is doing, no problem. Maybe the milk that the mother prepared for her or him, the baby, Just he was, at the baby they always do, and he kicked that, and all the milk spilled over there. Who is going to punish the baby? Because he doesn't know anything. So it is not a sin for or the bad karma for that particular baby. So similarly, if you do anything wrong but constantly you are thinking that I am that God, nothing, no sin will be incurred by you. But when you are constantly thinking of God, another thing will happen. You will never be able to do anything wrong. Anything wrong you will never be able to do. Even if you try to do, you won't be able to do. That is the presence of God. Sometimes people, they want to see, is a God, what is the proof? These are the proofs. That they will never ever get the opportunity to do anything wrong if you are really holding God. Because from inside, your mind will say, no, 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 I am not going to do this. Let people do. Let the world do. I am not going to do that. You will be restrained. So that is the sign of spiritual growth, spiritual development. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna in his life he only focused that you should realize God. Friends, that is a great thing. Everyone says, come to me, I will give you freedom. I will take you to heaven. I will take you to the place of happiness. But he says, no, you can do it right now, here. And that was said in the Upanishad by the rishis thousands of years before. After their realization, they said, Yached abedit ata satyamasti. Here and now, if you can understand that. How? Bhuteshu bhuteshu vichitra dhiraha pratyasman lokan amrita bhavanti. Bhuteshu bhuteshu. In every being, if you can see that Atman, only externally they are all different, but inside all that Atman, then you are completely free from the spiritual point of view. But practical level, it should be different, obviously different. I cannot apply this when the tiger is chasing me. Oh, tiger and me both are same. You can think in that way if you like, but another is there. A tiger doesn't know. I can understand. So I just go and climb on a tree. Of course, I saw the tigers are also climbing on the tree, and they're so fast. It's very difficult. But anyway, you should take the measure to something to be saved from the tiger. We are not going close to that. I know the tiger is also the same, but tiger doesn't know. I have to, but one should be practical. Our Shankaracharya, he said, Bhava Advaita, no Vyavahara. When you are in Bhava, in thought, Advaita, we are all same. But in Vyavahara, this is all different, so I cannot behave like that. I have to be according to the situation, I have to behave like that. So that is a different thing. Every country has the right to protect their own borders. Every country has the right to become happy, develop economically, develop educationally, health. Everyone should do. Why not? So they are having the business, and when they are doing the business, little bit of profit, it goes on like that. But that is a different world. But when you are thinking about the spirituality, there is no difference. Your God, my God, his God, her God, no. There is no boundary at all. So this is all the same. So Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, you won't understand all the complexity. Rather, develop your mind, focus your mind, and enjoy the fruit. And what is the fruit? Happiness. What is the use of your calculating how many hundreds of trees, how many thousands of branches, how many millions of leaves? What is necessary? You have been born in this world as a human being to worship God. Therefore, try to acquire love for His lotus feet. Friends, So many letters we receive. They are educated, they are physically very good, and married people. Why they are not happy? These are the things that usually make people happy. And I am receiving later, Swamiji, can you please tell when I am going to die? I like to go out of all this. This children, the family, this the work and this. Everything is there already. These are the things we always vibe. When we pass through the beautiful, the villas and all, such a wonderful building. And all outside there's the greeneries and the flowers and the green lawn and the 2, 3 very costly cars parked outside. Everything is there, but inside there is no happiness. Then what is the use of that? And you are sitting outside and then looking back in because you do not know what you are going to do. You have millions of dollars in the bank, but you do not know what to do. One day you will die. If there is no nominee, bank will be very happy, blessed you. The bank will be, oh no, all people should be like this. They should not have any nominee. But what is the use then? So we have to understand the purpose. I have earned this money. I had the capacity. God gave me this. God gave me my education, that intellect and the capacity to earn money. And I was better than many. But I didn't harm anyone. I was just a good runner. I ran and I became fast. What I am going to do? I am not hurting anyone or did any wrong thing. So now that I am successful and I have seen the vanity of these people at this world, I have visited almost all the countries of this world. But no, there is no peace. Peace is in the mind. So how can I get the peace? If I search that, I will come back to my own self, here, inside. And how? Loving others and eradicating hatreds and jealousies. That's all. What is the way I can be happy? Only this. Just eradicate, remove the anger about others or desires and all, then you are automatically happy. The moment you have the desires, then competition will come. Then you will envy, why he is successful, I am not. There is nothing there. This world is so temporary. So this is called vichara. With the vichara, also vairagya. These are the two great words in Sanskrit. For spiritual seekers, I am again and again repeating this word, the spiritual seekers, those who are just thinking is there another way of protection from the God, and that is why the religion, no problem for them. So they like to protect themselves with the insurances, with the social security, and also God. Okay, so that is a different outlook. But those who like to, no, this is enough. I like to be completely free from the circle of birth and death, again and again. And we do not know how we will take birth, where. So no chance. In this life I have come to understand that within myself is there the source. Within myself, I need not to purchase. I need not to go anywhere. Only thing I have to calm down my mind, and the moment I can calm down, I need not to get it, it is already there. Each soul is potentially divine, Swami Vivekananda said. The goal is to manifest the divinity within by. The goal is to manifest the divinity. How? He says, by controlling nature, external and internal. External natures will be provoking you. Somebody says something, immediately you are flared up. Why he should say like that? Why is he looking like this? Why behaving like this? And what happens? You are agitated. You are sick by that way. So you have to control that. Let them do. No problem for me. And internal also, external and internal. Internally also the desires will be there, And I have to, okay, suppose I go and get that. What else I'm going to get? Nothing. And small, small desires we have already fulfilled. So many places we have visited, so many varieties of food we have taken, so many things all we have already done in this life. So many. Now what else? Same thing we are going to repeat, isn't it? That is not necessary. You have to take that resolution, not necessary. That the new year comes, all people they take the resolutions, and every the nation or every different type of and the groups of people they have their different dates, and they'll be very happy cooking their own food and putting on their own national attires and singing, dancing. But along with that, you have to take the resolution: I am going to be a better person this year. I am going to be a better person this year. The Paila Baishakh is all for the Bengalis and for the Punjabis, for the Assamese, maybe for the Andhra, I don't know, but that in India variety. All this is New Year. Everybody is singing in their own language and everybody celebrating. But what is this? Every time the Paila Baishakh is coming, oh, am I a better person next year, next year, next year? That should be the resolution. Yes, in this year, I am going to be a much better person. How? By becoming unselfish as maximum as possible. Next year, much more. Next year, much more. The moment you are completely unselfish, you need not to go and ask, am I an unselfish person? From within you, the happiness and the peace and the joy that will well up. You need not to go to the society to recognize that. It will be automatically. So that's why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is insisting. And then to Shyam he said, you have been born in this world as a human being to worship God. Therefore, try to acquire love for His lotus feet. Why do you trouble yourself to know 100 other things? What will you gain by discussing philosophy? Look here, 1 ounce of liquor is enough to intoxicate you. What is the use of you trying to find out how many gallons of liquor are there in the tavern? It is not necessary. The Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, in a very practical way, he said, this is much sufficient for me. I am not a world teacher. I am not going to help other people to get the liberation. And when we look at the civilization, one after another, the great personalities, they have come. And all of them, they have tried to help the humanity. Where are those? The rishis, they lived. Then came the avatars. Then personality like Jesus Christ, one after another, taking the name of Jesus. How much blood shed? The person who gave his life only for love, utilizing his name and completely distorting his ideology, how much of the violence still going on. Why? Because the person, he is a violent person. He wants something to utilize his violence. Oh, he is not accepting our Jesus. Go and let us fight with him. But otherwise, if Jesus was not there, something else, that was his nature. He wants to kill others. So that is his nature. Only take up the name. Oh, we are all together. Let us go and fight. Why all the time fighting? Why not try to understand others? Why these people are behaving like this? They are hungry. They don't have anything. So let us help them. Let us them also stand up and grow. Let us see what will happen. Why not? But we'll never ever do that. All the time, this type of mentality, and that is called worldly mentality. And what is spiritual mentality, religious mentality? Completely different, just opposite. And that is the reason a religious man is completely unselfish. The moment you have a selfishness, I am so and so having this faith, and this is the best faith in the world. Who said? I. I thought, I think, so I am. So that I is there, and I is the cause of all trouble. If we understand this, at least to some extent, this terrible, the enmity between among our different religions will go away. And Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he is the avatar of unity in diversity. In his whole life, he is going on teaching this. Then the doctor is mentioning, quite so. And what is more, and the wine in God's tavern is beyond all measure. There is no limit to it. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna to Shyam, why don't you give your power of attorney to God? Rest all your responsibilities on Him. If you entrust an honest man with your responsibilities, will he misuse his power over you? God alone knows whether or not he will punish you or for your sins or not. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, when he is talking, sometimes some people are suggesting a different thing. But if we notice, when he is giving the teaching, like a very good teacher, whatever is happening around, he won't allow the student to go to that. He will again bring him and teach that what he wants to teach. So he was trying to help Shyam. Now, friends, think of it. Lord Himself, the God Himself. Now, millions in this world, every day, morning, evening, and many other times, they are sitting, meditating, only to get a glimpse of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna within their heart. They like to see God and look at it. The same God, He is not only in front of the person that present day Shyam, and not only talking with him, guiding him, the God Himself guiding. Even then, how much changes. Now, if I think through my lecture, through my writing, I can change the minds of people, is it not a foolishness? So I have to understand that. I have come here to eat the mango. And I'm not going to inquire about the orchard. If anybody is interested to purchase the orchard, that is their business. Let them do. I am not going to do that. So obviously, so this we have to understand. Here is instruction is very clear. Time is short. Human life, we do not know what is going to happen next day. So obviously, those whom we saw in that very prime of their life, now when I visit Calcutta, when I visit those people, they were of so great help to me in my missionary work in different places in India. Now they have become old, now they are all the housebound, they cannot move, they cannot go anywhere. People are like this. This is the life. So obviously, slowly, all those known people will go away, some new people will come, there are new idea, new enthusiasm. Then if I go on crying, oh, look at it, what, everything is changing. Nothing. Whatever I have done, I have done. In our time, at our time, whatever best we have tried to do. Now that much, now it is yours. That's why Swami Vivekananda, after all this, he said, let the dead bury their dead. I am coming back to you, O Lord. Mrite shatkar, mritera koruk. Jai Prabhu Jai, in one of his poems, because that was he understood that he is going to give up the body, things are over. Mrite shatkar, that means nothing is going to change. These are all dead. And then you are taking them for the cremation or not, that is their business, let them do. I like to go back. there is a world of spirituality which is true. And this world, as we call it, the present, it is nothing. Nothing is true. Everything is changing, constantly changing. But we take it as a, very seriously we take it, and we think this is permanent. And here we like to be happy by developing friendship, by doing this, by doing that. To some extent we can, but finally or eternally, happiness, only you have to go inside yourself and take out all your desires, and particularly I, the ego, and you have to give it at the feet of the God. That is the ultimate of all sadhanas. There is the one theme of you Calcutta people. You all say God is stained by the evil of inequality because he has made one person happy, another miserable. What these rascals see in themselves, they see in God too. Is very strongly he is mentioning this. So when we see that, this person is so happy, but why other person is suffering, we do not know the past. We have not seen the past. Maybe a retired teacher, when he looks at the old student of the same school, one is successful, another is not. Then they will say, look at this teacher, as because he used to love this boy, he gave him all good education, now he is successful, and look at this, the teacher, he never gave me the education. Or to him, third person, he may comment like this, the teacher has given good education to A, not to B. But that was not the case. In the classroom, teacher was giving the same instruction, but the B was not at all ready to accept. He was doing something else, spending time in other thing, and slowly he could not become successful, but A did. Now A is enjoying the life, B is not, and we are blaming the teacher. Same way, we do not know the past of these people. One who is happy and he is having the success must have done something good in the past life. And one is not, didn't do good work. So karma phala we cannot ignore. And that is the reasons Bhagavan, Swami Vivekananda said, this is a great thing, that I can make my own destiny. You are the maker of your own destiny, he said. I can make my own destiny. Because karma, if I do the good karma, if I love everyone, if I have the sympathy for everyone, if I have an understanding with everyone, then obviously next life or in this life I will be happy. Surely. I am helping everyone, I am doing everything good. It can never bring bad result, never. It cannot be. There must be a cause and then there is an effect. If the cause is not there, the effect won't be there. And suddenly there is an earthquake. Oh, it is moving. And why particularly in this place, not in other place? There is a cause. And that is the reason. And the cause is that particular place, some Richter, these things and that thing happened in scientifically. So these are the effect is coming on these particular places. Now spiritually, if you go and see, people and the beings who were living over there, they were supposed to be suffered by that. And it is so complicated calculation. This karma phala is very difficult to solve. That's why Sri Ramakrishna said, you have come to eat the mango and be happy. And what is that mango? Loving God. Loving God is the mango. That is the goal. I have to love God. And it's so difficult. Because God is not a person. If a person is there, I can cook something and then talk to him and I can understand he likes this, he likes. doesn't like that. That way I can adjust. But I cannot see God. I cannot talk to God. I cannot touch God. But still I have to love God. How? Just on faith. As because Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, as because the scriptures said, as because the Bhagavad Gita and other scriptures they said, God is there. I must have the faith. This is a very, very challenging, and that's his most difficult step. Then once you take up that step, well, God is there. I believe it. Just as a child is believing the words of the mother, same way. I believe that God is there. And start your journey. What is that journey? I am happy with everything because God has kept everything ready for me. God has kept the mother, my father. They have given me so much of love and the protection. So I grew up. God gave me the good teachers. So I learned so many things. God gave me the opportunity to earn money and to be successful in this world life. I have done that. And why should I have to compare with others? In my journey, I am successful. Why should I have to compare others? Because they have done their own. So there is a poem written by Swami Vivekananda, The Cup. Vivekananda was a poet too. If you like to read, that there are so many poetries he wrote, sometimes in Bengali, some are in Sanskrit and are there in English also. The Cup, if you read that, he has given this, that whatever you see, the dark drink of your own brew of fault and passion, ages long ago, and all these things that is happening in your life, that is your result. You did it. You brewed it. So naturally now it has become very bitter. And why you are complaining? It is your. And he said, don't complain. I have given the path full of rosy things for your friend. By your side, he is also walking and coming to you. But for you, my friend, I have given all the troubles. And the pebbles are there that will hurt you. But don't stop. Come to me. I'm waiting for you. Even I am failing, even not getting the proper respect or acknowledgement, doesn't matter at all. It is in this life, maybe it's okay. But I am going to reach him. We have to have that faith and we have to continue our journey. And the journey is our own happiness, which is there in the form of God. So Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, him used to come to the temple garden at Dakshineshwar. As because they are in Calcutta, Sri Ramakrishna again and again mentioning about the Dakshineshwar. See, one thing more, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he is inquiring about the devotees who wish to come to him. If they are good, even the God is inquiring about. Suppose you are coming to the shrine, don't think that God is not now. God cannot die. God is always present. Only the human form that he used, that he has left. That much. But God is always present. So, if you come to the temple and talk to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, Ma Sharada, how are you? I am fine, this is happening, that is happening. And you are just conversing, and now I will be here for say 15 minutes, 10 minutes. A little bit of work is there for the asrama, then I will meet the Swamiji and will go. And suppose you are not coming, God will inquire, hey, why he is not coming? Because God loves us and he wants to see us. And again he will feel a pull, as if, oh, I must go, I must go, I must go. For a long time I didn't visit the asrama, I must go someday. Many of the devotees, they said, Swamiji, 4 years before I came, suddenly it became so strong in my mind, oh, I am passing through this way, I must visit. I am not calling, I never knew that gentleman. but it's the call of the God. Like he's inquiring about many other people we know, and now it is here, the hymn. He's a lucky fellow, Sri Ramakrishna remembering him. The hymn used to come to the temple garden at Dakshineshwar. Whenever he chanced to meet me, he would say, "Well, priest, there is only one thing worth having in this world, and that is honor." It's Ramakrishna remembering that. It is the wrong thing, it's the honor, but he used to say like that. And well, priest used to say. He never could understand who is Sri Ramakrishna. So this is the honor. And isn't that? Very few indeed say that the goal of human life is the realization of God. Sri Ramakrishna remembering him, but he was making the mistake. So he is thinking he should rectify it. The idea is very clear. The goal of human life is nothing but a realization of God. And what is God? To me, as because Swami Vivekananda said, to giving the definition of God, unselfishness is God. If you truly become unselfish, that moment you are God yourself. And the moment you are unselfish, the manifestation of the unselfishness will be love, L-O-V-E. And then he pointed to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna and he said, the love embodiment. So he never knew who is Naren, who is Rakal, who is Tarak, who is this or that. But he loved them very much. He guided them that you should be happy and try to do this way, that way. Every day, early morning, you must get up. And then, after washing at the ablution, you should go and sit before the God. Then you should pray to God, talk to God, meditate on God, take the holy name. If you have taken the initiation, that way. Then you get up and go and have a cup of coffee, tea, breakfast, and then go for the work. But if you do like this, slowly, slowly you will find your mind is calm than the others. How? Because God's presence will be there. So that is the mango that we should always enjoy, not looking around and saying why this and why that. The why that are many references are there, many causes are there. That may be that. If I am not unnecessarily, I should not get involved into that. Friends, let us conclude in here, and we will start hearing about the these questions and answer. The Sham, he is also raising the question, and Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna giving the answer. Next day also we will read begin from page 901. So today no questions, okay. We will say that Shanti mantra and we'll conclude. Pranam mantra. Niranjanam nityam anantarupam bhaktanukampa dhrita vigraham vai Ishavataram parameshamidhyam tam Ramakrishnam shirasa namamaha. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.